Welcome, water signs. This is your general collective reading for the week of May 15th. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an overall energy from this oracle deck. This is going to be the overall theme for you for this week, okay? Then we'll check with the Akashic Tarot with what's working against you, what's working for you, and what is unseen. And I'm going to clarify with this tarot deck over here, and then we'll pull some more oracle, if I could speak. So we are finally out of Mercury retrograde, you guys. Thank you, God. Oh, man. That was a bit brutal, right? We do still have the 2-week shadow period, so just be aware that the energy is going to start lightening up. So if you still feel a bit wonky, that's okay. Okay, we're coming out of that energy. But the great thing is we have Jupiter going into Taurus for the next year, which, hello, financial abundance. And we have the Taurus new moon happening on Friday. So if you have never been to one of our new or full moon circle events, you should join us. I'll have that up on my website, hopefully today. So make sure you join in that. It's a lot of fun, and we manifest together. And we do oracle readings as well. So you'll get an oracle reading in that session. So it's a lot of fun. But anyways, so let's get started. We're going to see what the energy is for your overall theme, and then we'll get into that tarot. Ooh, we have Virgo, digest. Interesting. So Virgo is an energy of really analyzing a situation, okay? And we have digest. So it's like, let me see what I'm taking in. Let me break this down. Let me digest what's going on so I can figure out how I can use this to my benefit. And we have number 6. 6 is about relationships, love, harmony, all the good things, right? It's also connected to the lovers in the tarot. Okay, the lovers is about choice and consequence, communication, all of that high vibe stuff. Yes, it can indicate a love connection, but overall it's about choice and consequence. So yeah, let's see how that pertains to this reading. That's definitely interesting. I haven't gotten to pull that card yet, so I like that. I'm sitting here staring at it. And you think about, like, we have wheat right here. You think about some people have like a wheat allergy or a gluten allergy, and it makes things hard to digest and whatnot, right? So what's easy for you to absorb and what is not? So let's see what's working against you. We have the Queen of Forces, okay? What's working for you? Ooh, we have Uriel and the Sphinx. Nice. And then what is unseen? We have the King of Roses in reverse. Very interesting. So when we see the Queen of Forces as something that's working against us, you know, what is working against you is all perceived, okay? There's nothing really truly like going after you to work against you. It's all perceived things. So like things that we're doing ourselves, ideas that we have about a certain situation, this is all what we feel is working against us, okay? So when we see the Queen of Forces here, we would see her more as a reverse type of energy. So she's really imbalanced and she's in an emotional state because she's having a hard time finding the balance between masculine and feminine, really finding the balance in life in general. Okay, she's standing in the water because she is in her emotions, but she's learning how to balance everything, okay, and not get super emotional to where she can't see the way forward. But when she's in reverse, the emotions are flowing all over her, and it's really hard, which would make this energy be something that it's hard to take in, analyze, absorb, sort out what's going on. Okay, so let's pull from the tarot and let's see what we need to know about that. I'm going to pull 2 cards for each one of these cards, and we will see what all we can find out. Okay, so let's pull 2 for this one. We have Judgment in reverse, okay? And we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So, you know, here's the thing about this is when we see judgment in reverse, it can indicate that something, something keeps trying to come back up, but it's not working out. So you might be dealing with old trust issues. You might be having a hard time trusting your intuition when it comes to things, having a hard time taking initiative, and it's really feeling like it's stunting your growth. Okay. And that definitely will happen when you're out of balance. Okay. So we really want to focus on finding that balance and that harmony today, which was interesting because this is what played out in the weekly tarot reading that I did on TikTok Live. So make sure you watch that replay with this video, and you're going to get like a really deep understanding of what the energy is for you, okay? Because it was all about finding that balance today, which is Monday. And here we have judgment in reverse. So judgment in reverse, like I was saying, is like there's something that like maybe keeps trying to pop up, but it's not really like helping you. So you're going to have to make the call to be able to let something go, right? Because that's what I'm saying. Like if you're having this energy, Virgo digest, there are going to be certain things that are not meant for you, right? That you can't consume because it affects you negatively. So we have to really stop subjecting ourselves to that. Okay, so if you think about it that way, then it makes things easier to steer clear of, like things and people. So if you're dealing with toxic people or somebody that is just really like a Debbie Downer, or somebody that is maybe abusive in one way or the other, or just that low vibe energy, we want to steer clear of that. Now, as we see what is working for you, we see Uriel and the Sphinx. So what this is telling you this week is to really keep, like you've done a great job at what you've done so far. And it's telling you to keep going, keep digging deeper into the self, okay? Because this is all about your transformation. And this talks about, the Sphinx has had to be like dug up many times because the wind keeps blowing the sand, right? And covering it up. And so it's like you got to keep digging, keep uncovering things about yourself. And if you need help, Uriel will help you, okay? Because Uriel means the fire of God. This is Archangel Uriel. And they might send somebody to you that's going to help you this week. Like, for instance, the power coaching. If you feel led to do power coaching, which will be a guide to you uncovering more about yourself, then that would be a perfect thing for you, a perfect avenue for you to take, and really learning who you are, learning what your energetic blueprint is, learning how to set healthy boundaries and loving yourself, all of those things that we all need throughout our entire lifetime. Okay, so if that's something that's been speaking to you, that would be a great tool for you to use. Okay, so let's pull a couple. We have Four of Cups and Knight of Wands. So yeah, because right now you're not feeling very satisfied. You're still exploring. You're still like in this I want to know, I want to seek, I want to understand phase. Okay, because the Knight of Wands is very Sagittarius energy. Okay, Sagittarius is the I seek energy, and it's the energy of exploration, of personal freedom, of wanting to experience everything that you can, because what we see here is we have the Four of Cups of I'm just unsatisfied. I'm not happy with everything that I've experienced thus far. Okay, so like I said, this is acknowledging that, yeah, you've done some work, but there's more to be done because there's more that you're desiring. All right. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And when we look at what's unseen, we have the King of Roses in reverse. Now, this can be two different things, okay? It could be somebody that you've dealt with in the past that was really a less than favorable type of energy. But also, if this is you, this would be like you haven't quite connected to yourself, okay? You've got to learn how to fall in love with yourself. And that's probably why you're feeling unsatisfied and you're desiring more, okay? It's like I want more and more. Think of this Virgo energy digest. Like I want more. And that's a good thing, but we have to know what's good for us and what's not good for us, okay? Part of it is when you learn to love yourself, then you know what's good for yourself and you only focus on that. So let's pull a couple of cards. We have King of Swords in reverse. Interesting. but it's the female version. And the King of Pentacles, the female version. Interesting. So this is interesting because the King of Swords in reverse can can mean or signify feeling disconnected. Okay? Unable to speak your truth. Really just, things just aren't adding up. And then we have the King of Pentacles here. So the King of Pentacles, the feminine version, talks about getting yourself and your finances together. So these two would be disrupting this energy. And it's interesting too, because this is Taurus energy here, and we have Jupiter going into Taurus, right? So we're going to be focusing on our finances, focusing on our stability. So if we're not loving ourselves, if we're feeling disconnected, then yeah, we're going to have a really hard time getting all of this financial stability, abundance, growth, personal freedom. We're going to have a hard time bringing that in. Okay? So this is still lying underneath, which can cause this imbalance here. So the universe is telling you this week, yeah, we've gone through Mercury retrograde. We had to look back on lots of things. So now it's time to move forward. Now it's time to dig deeper. Because if you want this personal freedom, you're going to have to do the work. There's no other way around it. There is no hack for that type of stuff. You know, you always see these life hacks and people try to, give out spiritual hacks and whatnot. No, there is no hack. You either do the work or you don't. And if you do, you get to move forward. If you don't, you're going to stay and keep repeating it over and over again. Okay? So there's no way around it. Let's see what else we need to know for you this week. And let yourself get creative with life, okay? Have fun. And really think about, contemplate, what would personal freedom look like to me? And sit with that. Look, we have Watchers, transpersonal. So this indicates that you have unseen forces helping you. You have unseen forces watching out for you. Just like I said, we have Uriel here that can help you. And they will send people in to help you with whatever it is that you need. It's happened to me so many times. When I finally learned, when I finally woke up and learned how to navigate and use these tools and to surrender and all that stuff, I'll ask the universe, be like, you know what? I need y'all's help. Ask my guides, ask my ancestors, ask God. I'm like, I need y'all's help. I need you to show me the next right step. I need you to bring me whatever it is that I need in order to move forward in whatever subject that I'm thinking about at the time. And it never fails. Here comes something, and I'm like, wow, thank you so much. Because I deal with this all the time, but it still surprises me, right? Because we have to trust in the unseen. And that's not easy to do. It's really hard to do. Because if we can't see it, it's really hard to believe it. But the thing is, there winds up being more belief in the unseen than the seen. Because, we see other people that we deal with, and we want to believe and trust them, but then all of a sudden they betray us or let us down or something like that, right? So it's like you can't even trust in the seen. So we have to learn how to trust in the unseen in order to be able to navigate forward. We have to use our spidey senses. So let's see what else. And that's why it's important for you to reconnect to yourself. That's why it's important for you to find that true love and connection with yourself, your higher self, your inner child, all of that. Okay? Because you're the most important person in your life. You're the only person that's going to be there throughout the duration. So you've got to connect with you and love you. Yep, storm, spirit, chaos. That's why we have the Queen of Forces there as something that feels like it's working against you. But even like it's chaos, we can find order in chaos. We can find order after chaos, right? Because it breaks everything up, kind of like the tower, right? It crumbles everything down, and then now we can rebuild and find that new order. And we can build it the way that we want it, if that makes sense. If not, feel free to ask questions in the comments. Yeah, there could be order in chaos. So we need that. That's why it's telling you, like, dig deeper, keep going, because you're not quite there yet. Let's see what else. Middle world. Look at that. So we're in a sense in the middle world, right? Because we have what's the underworld, we have the heavens, and then we have like here. And all of it plays its part. Okay? All of it is essentially one. Okay? So we have to see this as like we're connected. We can connect. We have to ground ourselves to the earth. We are here, and then we connect ourselves to the heavens, and that's where we get everything that we need. And this card is telling you that now is the right time to start making these moves, okay? Because it's just you're resembling a connection here. And when it feels like things are chaotic, right? Because this is like bringing order to chaos. So when things are chaotic, that's when you know that there's a disconnect. Okay, that's why we have the Queen of Forces as something that's perceived to be working against you. But in reality, it's just showing, it's like a mirror to you of like, hey, you're out of balance and we've got to come back to this place of centeredness. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. There's a recurring theme of 6 here. And so there's a big focus on finding harmony, loving yourself. Probably learned a lot through relationships, right? We all learn a lot through relationships. But it's meant to help us find our own harmony within, and then that is reflected outwardly, okay? So let's see. We have Healer of the Ages. Look, 51, another 6, right? So when that's in reverse, let's see. I want to grab this book because this is a fairly new deck. Give me 1 second. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I read this to you so you get the whole message, okay? Because like I said, this is a fairly new deck, so I don't have it all memorized yet. So it says, when reversed, the Healer of the Ages indicates that you've been feeling extremely out of sorts or even upside down in your own life, which is why we're talking about the Queen of Forces being reversed, okay? And these two are reversed. You may be in the midst of some physical problem or just feeling as though you're losing energy, but this card is telling you that there are deeper levels of healing that need to be addressed, right? Dig deeper. Interesting, huh? And it says, take some time to regroup and put your own healing first. Yep, gotta love and take care of yourself, okay? Whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns, call upon the Healer of the Ages to bring his energy to the issues you're working on. Quiet your mind and feel his vibration bringing you warmth and healing light, clearing away any dark or hurting space. Repeat this meditation and be patient, yet also know that divine love can heal you in the blink of a belief. Isn't that cool? I've had this happen when I needed my physical body to be healed. And let me tell you, it works. I've had it happen 3 times, and every time it was like I was healed overnight. And it's incredible. Like I still can't believe it. And one of them was just recently. I had burnt the inside of my mouth, and it was right there on a nerve. And so the pain was just like going all on the left side of my face and everything, creating migraines and whatnot. So I went outside, put my feet in the grass, and I closed my eyes, and I was like, please heal my body, please heal my body. And I saw the green light from Archangel Raphael, or it could be healing light from whoever. I really didn't care at that moment. I was like, I just needed healing. And the next morning, gone. It's crazy. It was awesome. Crazy in a good way. Let's pull one more. Let's see, what else do we need to know for this week? Flash over. It's all in your head. Look at that. Number 11. Okay, so 11 is the philosopher. It's a master number 11. It's the philosopher. Okay, and so if you're thinking about, remember how I said all of this is like perceived energy that you feel is working against you, but it's all like in your head. You create everything in your mind, right? Then your mind creates the emotions, and then your emotions create the manifestation. So we want to be able to use our mind to be productive. We don't want to constantly be, doing this Virgo dance of over analyzing and assuming the worst. Because when we do that, right, we get chaos. But when we're connected, we're in the middle world, right? Everything is as one. And that's where like our zone of genius is. So this is telling you that whatever you've been going through, let's break it down. Let's see what works, what doesn't. Let's let go of what does not work. Let's dig deeper and reconnect to you. Really dig into loving yourself, taking care of you, and asking for help if you need, okay? And really knowing that, like knowing the difference between what's in your mind and what's like divine messages, okay? Because the ego wants things to be easy. The ego wants to skirt around things. But the divine self will be like, hey, you need to go through this. You still need to pay attention to this. You've been ignoring this for how long, and it's causing a lot of issues. Because, it's trying to help you because you're meant to grow. You gotta really uncover more and more about yourself. So like I said, if you feel like the power challenge would be right for you to dig deeper, then I'd be happy to have you join us. But overall, with all of this energy moving in a positive direction for us, we need to use this because it's going to really help your growth and transformation even more, okay? So please make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. It helps other people see the videos. Comment if you feel like it. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it really lights you up. Make sure you watch the weekly tarot reveal as well with this one, so you get the whole thing. All right, my loves. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week.